Hi friends, how's it going? So I'm still on the watermelon breakfast game. Here's what I'm eating this morning before I go on my bike ride, of course. And I've got some water and watermelon, and that should keep things fairly light and sweet pre-bike ride. And the other thing I wanted to talk about today was this phrase that comes into my mind all the time. And the phrase is, it's simple, but not easy. Or simple doesn't mean easy. But really, it's simple, but not easy. It's those two things simultaneously. And I'll give you a couple examples of how this applies to really important things in our life. So let's take someone who wants to eat more healthfully, for instance. Let's say they are like a standard American diet. Have you heard that term before, standard American diet? Its acronym is SAD, so a sad diet. Anyway, I always thought that was funny when I heard vegans and other health conscious people online talking about diets. Even the word diet is kind of a strange word, right? I try not to use it, but it's so ingrained because diet sounds like you're dying. Anyway, let's take someone who's on a standard American diet, a SAD diet, and they want to eat more healthfully. It's actually a very simple solution. All of us essentially know what healthy food is. We know that like fried food is not healthy. We know that if you're consuming fats, like lots of saturated fat, that's not healthy. We know that foods that are super high in cholesterol are not healthy. We know that like foods that are full of preservatives and additives are not healthy. So even if you're not a vegan or not a Whole Foods fan or something, let's say you're like keto or carnivore or something like completely different than me, let's say you do like a high fat animal product based diet, which would be about as opposite as the way that I think is the ideal human diet would be. But even if you're that way, we still agree on a lot of things like whole foods and non like generally avoiding super processed food and so on and so forth. Someone who's keto, but like they use the term. No, it's like carnivore now. They're carnivores, which is funny because you're gonna like bite the throat of a like gazelle or something like that. I don't know. I think it's silly, but whatever. If you believe in that or if you're into that, I don't hate you for it. But I just think it's silly. But even if that's your perspective, then we agree a lot on what the right food is. So my point is just real simple that generally speaking, eating more healthfully for someone who eats a standard American diet would be a fairly simple process. You could stop eating at Whataburger or at McDonald's. I don't know where the nearest McDonald's is because I'm in Texas and Whataburger is supposed to be better, but I would never know. Anyway, but it's not easy, right? We're so habituated to the way that we act and the way we think, the way we speak, as I said earlier. We're very, very habituated. Part of being a human is, the big part of being human is having developed these patterns of behavior, of thought, and of, just patterns that we execute over and over and over again. And a lot of times, making positive changes is very, very simple. We basically know what we need to do, but it's very challenging. And part of the challenge is breaking through these habitual patterns. Another part of the challenge is being consistent. That's the one that I struggle with often. A lot of times I have to implement a change over and over and over again and fail in keeping consistency with it until it finally becomes part of my lifestyle. And I have no problem with that. I just lament the fact that I can't make changes instantly. But apparently there's other people like that too. Anyway, so simple, not easy. It's simple, it's not easy. And I think that comes into my mind often because I'll be confronting some aspect of my life where I want to do things differently, or I want to do the right thing. And the simple side of it reminds me that it is the step forward or the movement that I can take is actually right in front of me, and that I don't need to have some complex plan or something. I can just execute it. And then the not easy part is like the self-love aspect of it, where you realize that the difficulty you're having in executing a new action plan, whatever, it's almost to be expected. It's not easy. It's simple, not easy. Let me know if that rings true for you, if you have a similar thought, or if it's helpful. And I'll give another example. Like, let's say I, you, whatever, wants to become like a stronger, more fit person. Well, you could, for instance, let's say you can't even do one push-up, right? You can do push-ups on your knees. Let's say you can do like 2 of them, right? So the way that you would get stronger relative to push-ups was you do those 2 push-ups on your knees in the morning before you go to work. And then when you got back and you're finished with the day, maybe at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night or something before you go to bed, if you were sore at all, you would do another 2 push-ups on your knees. And you would keep doing this 2 times a day until you could do like 10 of them on your knees, right? Very, very simple, but not easy. Not easy at all. If it was easy, we would have all done it already. And let's say you can do 10 push-ups on your knees now. Then when that's super easy, you could do 1 or 2 regular push-ups, most likely. And you would repeat the process with 1 or 2 push-ups in the morning and 1 or 2 push-ups at night, or just once a day, whatever. You just keep doing it and not let yourself get super sore. And if you were super sore from what you had done the previous day, then you would just not do push-ups that day. You could continue this process, adding 1 push-up a week or something, 1 push-up a month. It doesn't matter. Again, consistency is typically the hard part. You could just add one a week or month, and you would be able to do 10 or 20 push-ups pretty soon. You'd be a lot stronger than you were. And all these bike rides and stuff. I actually just I love bike riding, so it's pretty easy in that regard. But let's say you never bicycled or something, you could buy a BMX bike, like a super easy to ride bike, and just pedal around your neighborhood until that was easy. And then when you get bored of your BMX bike, you buy a road bike and you start riding to the grocery store or whatever. It's all simple, but not easy. Anyway, that's my thought for today. Hope you guys are doing really good. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comments. Yeah, I'm happy to connect with everyone, of course. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.